Well, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. This is the port of Barcelona. We've driven just up the coast from where we were previously at the nuclear power plant. We dropped off a crane here, which was one of the heavy duty deliveries, which gave us another slot on the, I think it's not heavy, well, I thought it should be heavy achievement, so we've just got one more to do on that one, which we'll definitely do on camera. But we have a load of chemical sorbent on the back of our truck. And we are heading north, folks, and for good reason. We'll talk about why we're doing that on the way, but we are heading north and we're going to go into France to start with, and this is the journey that we've got ahead of us. Yeah, folks, so we are heading up to the French city of Bourges, and I think what I'm quite excited about there is that we just have not been in this central region of France whatsoever, or we haven't been along this route here, along this sort of coastal area between France and Spain, which should be a fun one as well. In fact, most of this route is technically uncharted, although yeah, the Vive la France DLC is a little bit on the sort of old side, so don't expect amazing vistas in comparison to what we've seen, but it should be fun and it should be interesting. So let's dive in, let's get on the road, folks. It is a long old drive. We have, not entirely can't remember where this, how to get out of this, but yeah, we have a particularly long truck here, but it's the oh, we're going out here. Yes, so we have about a 9-hour journey in front of us, which will take a little bit of time to get done. It's around 700 kilometres, if I'm remembering that rightly. And it is a beautiful day here. Ooh, wow, look at that in front. Is that housing or is that some sort of something else? Right, here we go. Yeah, it was a big old crane that we took. Was quite heavy, quite hard to carry, but our trusty truck here did manage to do that. Yeah, so it is 726 kilometres is what we've got. I could have just looked on the thing there. We'll just pop out here, but this looks really nice. So I'm excited to see what this part of the road looks like, because we just have not done this particular part of the drive at all. What is this? What are these rings? Is that some sort of nod to the Barcelona Olympics? Or, I mean, I guess not. It could be, but I don't know. Maybe it is. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what that is, what that relates to. Barcelona Olympics sounds a good idea, I think. So, yeah, we've got. I haven't really planned an awful lot in terms of what to say along the way, but there is a massive thing to say, because. And it's been on the cards for some time. Oh wow, look at this before we say anything. Just a second, let's just have a quick look here. Is this... It's the taxation office, is there? That's a really cool looking backdrop. Yeah, that's a very cool looking backdrop. We will absolutely, probably be using that as a thumbnail. Yeah, so why are we coming back and why are we going up north? It is because we finally have a release date for the Nordic Horizons DLC, which is uber exciting, which also means that the update should come out before that or at the same time. It must do, surely. But we've only just had another update come out, so I don't understand that. You can't have the Nordic Horizons coming out. Oh. Yeah, so sorry, being stupid. The update's already been announced, hasn't it? We've the update I was talking about, that was the beta version. The full update hasn't been released yet, but that was done in preparation, and it had Scandinavia reworked. I understand what's going on, so that will be out probably at the same time. So we'll get to explore that kind of nice new part of Scandinavia, all the new cities and all of the reworked regions, which is going to be amazing. alongside the fact that we've got all of that cool stuff in the north part of Scandinavia, which I think is going to be just epic. Really, really excited about this. I think possibly, well, more so than any of the other ones that I've had the pleasure of kind of been doing these episodes whilst they've been coming out. And we are currently on episode, this is 180, if you can believe it. 180 episodes. And for those who have been watching 100, and there are people who have watched 180 episodes of this, you mad people, but I want to say massive thank you for those people who've supported the channel in that way. It's pretty awesome. I'm glad you've enjoyed it enough to stick around for that long. I'm not even gonna say, think about how much time that would have been of your lives that you've spent watching this series, because that's probably just going to make you all stop watching immediately. But yeah, 180 episodes, bloody hell. So by the time we complete Nordic Horizons, we will be in the 200s, I imagine. The other thing you've probably noticed is that we have had a reduced schedule of ETS2 videos and ATS videos because of the Football Manager stuff that's come onto the channel recently. Obviously, when this DLC comes out and the Louisiana DLC that's going to be coming up soon in ATS, that will just turn everything on its head, and we'll have a lot more truck driving versus Football Manager during those periods. So it fluctuates as we go. Hopefully everyone's okay with that, but I'm enjoying the Football Manager stuff, I'm enjoying the truck driving. It's all good, folks. I'm doing the stuff I enjoy, and that's what this channel is all about. Anyway, folks, I'm going to do a little bit of a drive now. We'll make some good old headway. I think, let's see where we are at the minute. We're just coming up on the French border, so things will start to change in a little bit, and then we're going to be heading up past Montpellier, past Clermont, and into Bourges, and hopefully it will be a fun one. So I will turn my face off, we'll do a bit of a time lapse, probably quite a long one, and I'll come back somewhere closer to our destination. See you shortly, folks. folks, we have slept. It is Thursday early afternoon. We're driving over a large kind of bridge, which is kind of going over a valley rather than over a river, which is an interesting thing, 'cause bridges normally go over rivers. I wonder whether that's more of a continental thing, because it does seem like we've had a few of those over on here, but I don't recall. I suppose there might be a river right at the bottom. I suppose we do have that in the UK as well, but yeah. So been enjoying France. It's and it's 1,000 toll booths. It's just one every mile, it seems. So I've yet again gone to the wrong one. But yeah, I guess it's kind of like this in real life. So there you go. All the toll booths seem to be sort of similar amounts as well, whereas in other places they're just random amounts. I think Italy was really weird, as I remember, just all over the place in terms of the amount. Sometimes it was like three euros. Sometimes it was like 15,000 euros. I exaggerate there. But we've gone past Montpellier. We are heading north now towards Clermont, and basically going through middle France. Lots and lots of fields and forests and all sorts of things like that. Not much else here, it seems. No major conurbations in this area, as you can see. We're just basically going to be going through this long area here. We do have to pick up some fuel at some point, but we are, I think, over halfway. 355 miles to go, 4 hours 30. So we are over the halfway mark, or just almost over the halfway mark if we're not there already. But yeah, it has been a nice drive, very pleasant drive. I'm certainly looking forward to them being able to update this region so it looks, because I think it's going to look epic when they do that. But as things stand, I mean, this is an old part of the game, and it is still really, really pleasant to drive in. I mean, it helps that all of the the lighting and the cars and everything else, the models and things on the roads are all kind of more modern, but the stuff around it that you're driving through isn't. And it still looks, for probably 2013-14 part of the game, pretty darn good. I think over 10 years old, but it's still got some realism to it, and that's pretty impressive. I mean, I don't know any game that might kind of work in that way, where you've got parts of the game which are 10 years old and parts of the game which are brand new. It's utterly bonkers, isn't it? That it still works. But yeah, I know we've spoken about that quite a lot, but it does fascinate me that it's managed to have this sort of level of longevity. Nice bridge there. Yeah, that's a railway bridge. Is that a train going over? No, that is a windsock. Why have we got a windsock there? No idea. So I was having a look at Bourges online. I knew nothing about this place. Being in the centre of France, I wasn't really aware of any. I'm not even sure how to say it. I can't recall if there's a football team there. It's actually quite a small place. It's around a 60,000 population, but it's very, very historic. So whether that will be reflected in the game, I often remember that the cities were a little bit disappointing in Vive la France compared to what they might have been, but we will see, and we'll look forward to things being improved. I think one of the things I was kind of like, because I'm coming back into France, one of the things I was thinking about is there is that achievement where you've got to find those locations. I think the Tiger Tank is one of them. I can't remember what the achievement's called, but that's a really cool achievement. I can't remember if the locations are actually mapped out as photo opportunities or whether you've got to find them. But I'm amazed that they haven't really done that type of achievement more, because it does feel kind of cool that you've got to go hunting for something and you don't quite know where it is. whereas most of them are kind of very prescriptive. You've got to do this, go from here to here. But the idea of actually trying to find something which is not immediately clear where it is does interest me quite a lot. Even though I haven't actually completed that part of the achievement, yet, I do like the idea of it. But yeah, be interesting to see what the achievements that are going to be in Nordic Horizons will be, because they have just double check this. I think they have appeared in Steam. Not the actual details, but just that they exist. Oh no, here we go. There are 4 achievements that are in there. So first one is Northern Secrets. View cutscenes from at least 12 viewpoints of Nordic Horizons regions. Okay, so that's a very standard one. Above the Arctic Circle, complete excellent deliveries in this order and direction. Okay, that's a classic sort of one, but I like it. Because typically those ones have really something really interesting and fun to look at. Salmon Run delivered 2 cargoes of salmon fillet from the city of Tromsø or Alta to 2 different countries. Okay. And then finally the Polar Explorer 20 city. So okay, so none of those achievements are particularly novel and exciting. It's none of the no kind of really cool new achievements. And despite they were saying about when they changed the way the achievements were being done, they did say they were going to bring in different styles of achievements. I can't see much evidence of that at the minute. Not complaining. I'm not saying I'm disappointed. I just like an achievement, and particularly one that looks a little bit different to the ones that we've done already. Anyway, folks, I think we're probably not far from Clermont now. We can have a little look on the map, and then we will head off for another time lapse. I'll probably come back as we're going into our delivery location, or at least into the city of Bourges. Let's have a look where we are. Yeah, so we're just south of Clermont-Ferrand. That's got the football team Clermont Foot, hasn't it? I don't know why it's... Oh, football. Right. I can just work that one out. And then we go north to Bourges. So I will leave you be for a bit. Stop my incessant babbling, and I'll let you enjoy the final part of this drive. here we are, folks. We are in Bourges, just coming off. You can see our delivery location is just to the right at the minute. We just need to kind of circle back on ourselves. Got to go through a toll booth, but you knew that was going to be the case. We have to go. I think you have to probably go through a toll booth just to get from your living room to your kitchen in France. But yeah, I don't know why it's quite so quite such a fan thing for them to do. Why they love toll booths quite as much as they do, but there you go. That's a little more expensive actually, $58. So we should pick up Bourges, and you can tell it does look kind of like historical. As I said, the architecture is kind of, when you look at it, it is reminiscent of that. So it's not a bad effort from SCS here, given this is quite some time ago. The city limits is over there on the left, and we're just going to be coming here in the right, but it should mean we're still going to pick it up. One of the things I saw, maybe it was the last episode, or maybe it was in an ATS, is I noticed like a Mars truck. I never got to drive a Mars truck on the back. We've done a few different things, but it did get me thinking. Well, are there like really good mods where you get a lot of these kind of like company trucks, some really famous companies that would be kind of cool to drive around? Do those mods exist? You presume so, but yeah, let me know if you've kind of used any of those and they're pretty good, because it might be kind of fun to take one or two of those kind of weird and wacky loads using one of the mods, or at least the look of the truck. Not necessarily the load needs to be, but taking a Mars truck would be kind of cool, or taking I don't know, I'm trying to think of iconic brands, but failing to. Marmite, there you go. It's a British Marmite, something like that. That would be pretty awesome. Right, we've got a 40 here. It's literally right here. So okay, there's a wind turbine there. What I think we're going to try and do is turn here and then find and use this as a way just to get back in there. So I just want to be able to look over this. Just I'm going to be able to look. There we go. I can actually see that now. I don't know if we're turning quickly enough. It's a long old truck actually, this. Go. Keep going. Keep going. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then just yeah. And there we go. Is this going to be right? I think I might have gone a bit too soon. I'm not sure. Sometimes kind of hard to. Oh, bugging it up right at the end there. I lost my mojo. Nuts. There we go. That's got to be right, isn't it? Got to be. There we go. I was going to say, so don't give me that. Oh, something's wrong with the world, but there we go. We've got it. Nice long drive that. We were late, but that's on me because I started it well after I should have done. I was just busy doing something else. But we're working towards level 42. Yeah, not the band. 749 kilometers. Decent amount of XP that we got. Lost a little bit, but that's fine. So we sit now in the middle of France. We're going to work in the next episode. We'll do one more drive before the release of the Nordic Horizons. We'll get maybe into Germany, something like that, and that way we can then sort of head north. I'm not quite sure whether we'll be able to take a ferry from Denmark or something like that, but we'll see. Anyway, folks, if you did enjoy that, please hit that like button. So this is where we are in comparison. So still a way to go up there. So it'll be these regions of the map, presumably, that they're filling in. Are we not going to? Is it not going to be able to go a little bit higher than that? Feels like we should be able to get higher than that, but maybe it will in time. But yeah, that's going to be rather cool when all of those things are available to explore. So we'll try and get, somewhere around here, so northern Germany, maybe Holland or Denmark. I'm not entirely sure. Another reasonable length drive. Yeah, and if you enjoyed that, please hit the like button, subscribe if you need, and I'll see you next time. Let me know down in the comments if you are looking forward to the Nordic Horizons DLC. I imagine everyone's going to say yes. If you say no, what are you here for? See you next time. Bye bye.